kilo. This is a kilo. They use a kilo to cut the reed. They cut the reed like this. First, they cut the reed. That is in 3 weeks or 4 weeks because they work every day 2 and 3 hours. They don't work 7 or 8 or 9 hours every day. They work a couple of hours every day. In 4 weeks, they cut the reed. That is a huge area. This is in miniature. And then the next month, they go again to the same area that they cut the reed. The men jump in the lake. They stand up on the root of the reed. The level of the water is this. They cut the root of the reed in the dry season when the level of the water is lower. The level of the water is here. The men jump in the lake. They stand up on the root of the reed, and then they use the long handsaw bigger than this one.
What's the temperature of the water?
It's 7 degrees Celsius, 8 degrees Celsius. It's for the reason they stay in the water 2 hours. But they cut the root of the reed at 1 or 2 p.m. At that hour, the temperature of the lake is in this area is 11 or 12 degrees Celsius. But in the morning, it's very cold. They use a long handsaw to cut 8, 9, or 10 small blocks of the root of the reed. They cut like that. They cut those 10 small blocks of the root of the reed in 5 months. 5 or 6 months, because they work every day 2 hours. And then they get long sticks from the mainland. They use those long sticks to move the root of the reed. They move them for 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, they pull up the first small block of the root of the reed. And the surface of the root of the reed is 10 meters, 10 meters by 10 meters, or maybe 10 meters by 20 meters. They get the root of the reed from the bottom of the lake, they join those small blocks, and then they tie them with synthetic ropes. Nowadays, the people use synthetic ropes because those kind of ropes last in the water more than 100 years. In the beginning, they use organic ropes, and those organic ropes last in the water 10 years. Nowadays they use synthetic ropes. They make small or big platforms. On those small or big platforms, they put on many layers of reed. The first layers of reed on this fresh reed, and this reed continue growing until the first layers of reed, and then they put on another layers of reed. In total, the thickness of this floating island is 4 meters. This is the new floating island. They moved to the new floating island.